Dude, in this video, I'm going to share with you exactly how to grow your arms in the gym using the exercises and methods that I've used myself that have helped take my arms from looking something like this to now something more like this. Also, in the next video, my 4 weeks of free coaching will be live. So if you are struggling to make progress in the gym or just don't know what to do for the best, don't worry, I've got you covered. Because you'll get access to a variety of science-based training programs, your own personal tracker to help measure and track progress over the 4 weeks of coaching, access to content to help you understand where you aren't going right in your fitness journey at the moment, but how to actually correct that and start finally making progress. Plus, you'll also get access to me as your coach for support. All you need to do to register is just click the first link down in the description. So us guys, we start the gym for usually one of three reasons. Number one, we want to get abs. Number two, we want bigger arms. Number three, we want more attention from girls. Now, while the other two are definitely valid points for getting you started in the gym, in this video, I'm just going to be covering exactly how to grow your arms in the gym. The biceps is usually the muscle group that gets all of the attention, and it's the triceps that's usually neglected the most and is just kind of an afterthought in an arm workout. And neglecting your triceps is where you're actually going wrong to grow your arms. So why is that the case, and why should you be paying more attention to your triceps and biceps? Well, it's because the biceps only has two heads. Now we have the long head of the bicep and we have the short head of the bicep. You'll see this more often than not when you are doing a double bicep pose, for example. Now the triceps, however, that has three heads in comparison to the bicep that has two heads. With the tricep, we have the long head. This is the underhang or muscle belly of the tricep that you see when, again, you are doing a double bicep. The short head, which gives you that horseshoe or croissant look when you are doing a side tricep, and the medial head, which is found at the bottom and back of the tricep. And if you've never seen anyone that only does bicep work and completely avoids training their triceps, dude, believe me, it looks extremely weird. Because I'm guessing that you want to look in proportion, you want to have a well-balanced looking physique, and the triceps can definitely help do that. So, what are the best exercises that you can do to help blow up your triceps? There is a wide range of tricep exercises that will help blow up your triceps, but there is actually one that has been proven to be the best of the best when it does come to growing your triceps, and I'll let you see if you can guess it before I actually tell you what it is. So what we want to be doing is hitting all three heads: the long head, the short head, and the medial head. The first head that we're going to start with is the long head. So to target the long head of the tricep, what you want to be focusing on is overhead extension work. And whilst there is a few different exercises that can help target the long head, my go-to and personal favorite is the cable overhead extension, or if you have a tricep extension machine, go with that. My gym did have one of these, and I actually thought I was losing my head the other day when I was filming content because I couldn't find it, but just turns out that Ben, the guy who owns Paradigm Gym, he got rid of it and he's actually swapping it for something else. So now the reason I prefer a cable extension in comparison to a skull crusher or a French press is simply because it's just easier to set up. It's going to be a lot harder to actually stabilize yourself and to keep constant tension on the triceps, whereas with the cable machine, you can always keep that constant tension. You're just following the path of the cable and you are quite literally putting all of the work on the triceps. And again, when it does come to working out, there is really no definitive right or wrong exercise to target a muscle group. It usually just comes down to personal preference, and that's my preference. Now, how to make this exercise way more effective and get a lot more out of it is by focusing on a deep stretch, because a lot more data is coming out that actually shows that the stretched position of an exercise is the most anabolic part, a lot more than what we actually thought the contraction or the squeeze part of an exercise was. Plus, if you do struggle with building a mind-muscle connection, then focusing on a deep stretch, having nice controlled movement is definitely going to help. The next movement that you want to be following in a tricep workout is going to be some form of a tricep pushdown. Now, this is going to help target the lateral head of the tricep, which again, when we're doing a tricep pose, is the main part of the tricep that we can see. But the rope pushdown is my favorite go-to exercise, as it allows you to fully contract the triceps, but also again focuses on getting a deep stretch as well. Now, if your gym does have extended ropes, longer ropes to where you can use on a tricep pushdown, I would definitely recommend using them as well. But what I want you to pay attention to as I'm doing these tricep exercises is that I'm always controlling the weight, even on the negative. I'm not letting gravity win. I'm fighting against gravity and allowing me to keep constant tension on the tricep. And when I'm in the gym and I'm seeing people training triceps, what I'll see is them just letting the weight just fly back up to the top. They've got no control over it. There's no tension tension, and that's the reason why they aren't growing their arms as well as they could, because all of the tension completely drops off and they are ignoring the stretched position of that exercise. The final head that we want to be targeting in our tricep work is going to be the short head. Again, that's going to help you have a complete overall horseshoe looking tricep, which is just going to make it look a hell of a lot better when you are doing a tricep side pose. And whilst it definitely would have been hit to some degree when you are doing your push downs or extensions, we want to make sure that we are specifically targeting it and that it's not being neglected. For me, the close grip bench press on the Smith machine is absolutely perfect to hit this head. Definitely always recommend doing it on a Smith machine as opposed to a free weight barbell, because you'd actually be surprised as to how much you can press when you are doing a close grip. And again, you do want to be training closer to failure when you are doing this exercise, and you want to be making sure that you are being safe in the gym. So a Smith machine is definitely going to be easy to do. But another great exercise that is often overlooked when it does come to growing your triceps, especially to target that short head, is going to be a reverse grip tricep push down. Now, what you need to do with this exercise is first drop your ego. You need to leave your ego at the door, because you will not be able to press anywhere close in a reverse grip as to what you would with a neutral grip or a normal grip push down. You will get nothing close to it, but it doesn't matter because we are doing it for one specific reason, and that is to just target the short head of the tricep itself. But believe me when I tell you, when you are doing a reverse grip push down, your triceps will be completely lit up and they will be burning. Now, here is a bonus tricep exercise that you can do in your tricep work, and it has definitely helped shape my triceps, and that is the tricep kickback, and it is one of my all-time favorite tricep exercises. Now, a lot of people used to hate on the tricep kickback, but I've always been a fan of it and I've always loved it, especially as a finisher to your tricep work. Now, the reason it is a great exercise is that it allows you to take the wrist past the elbow joint, allowing you to get a much deeper contraction on the triceps, and again, getting a really good stretch position as well. Whereas on a cable push down, for example, you're limited with being able to take the wrist past the elbow. You can't, your range of motion is limited. But with a tricep kickback, it eliminates that problem and you can get a much better contraction by doing it. Now, I do 2 AMRAP sets when it does come to tricep kickbacks, as many reps as possible. Again, this is a finisher set to my tricep work on my chest days, but it is a surefire way to make sure that my triceps are completely lit up by the end of the workout. And if you're still wondering what the best tricep exercise is according to the new data, it is the tricep overhead extension. Now, a study that compared overhead extensions to that of a neutral grip extension found that the overhead extension significantly improved overall tricep development, even when performed at a lower weight and less volume. The overhead extension was significantly better for muscle growth of the triceps. And the study also suggested that there is more growing reason to believe that the stretch position of an exercise promotes more hypertrophy in a targeted muscle. So if there is one tricep exercise that needs to be a staple in your tricep workouts, it is the overhead extension. So start adding these exercises into your workouts to give you a bit more variety, but to also make sure that you are blowing up your triceps and finally growing your arms. And to get 4 weeks of free coaching when it does launch very soon, all you need to do is just click the first link down in the description, register, and you'll get instant access when it does go live. And if you're someone who is always constantly dieting but never able to drop body fat and see their abs, then you need to check out this video here.